So I'm going to show you how to put a good old game on your Android phone or tablet and play it from there. First, you're going to need winlator. So you go to GitHub, the URL is at the top, and then you scroll down and you want to get the GitHub releases. So right here, you click right here and scroll down, and you need the winlator 7.1 APK file. And I already downloaded it on my phone, so I'm not going to download it again, but I'm going to open it. And yes, install it. Now, depending on your phone, you may get this warning saying it's an unsafe app and your phone wants to block it. But if you click on more details, you can click install anyway. Now it's done, so let's open it. And you want to allow winlator to access your files on your phone. So allow it, and then it's going to configure its own files. When it's done configuring, you want to set up a container where your game is going to be run. So you click on the plus icon over there, and then you'll have various options. Now for me, I found on the game that I'm going to install, the screen size should be 800 by 600. So I'm going to change that. And then I've also found that having the DX wrapper, so this one here, has to be set to a certain setting. So let's change that for our game to run. For the game that I'm going to be installing, which is called Eodor, you need it to be set to CNC DDraw. And you can go over to the bottom and work through your other settings. For instance, drives. Now that's going to be where your game file is stored on your phone. Another setting I like to play around with is the advanced tab here. So let's click. And I like to change the compatibility and compatibility for box 86/box 64 to performance. It just makes the game run faster on my specific device. Now, all these settings that I'm showing you, it may be different for your phone, and it may be dependent on the game that you're installing on your phone or your tablet or Android device. Now that you set up your settings, you can hit the check mark at the bottom right to create your container. Now your container is created, so you just want to run it by clicking these dots over here and selecting run. Now your container is starting up. Now this is how your container is going to look when you first start it. And I'm going to select the folder, the drive, where all my files are located. So for me, it is the D drive. Double click, and then it's as simple as installing the game itself. So you double click on the game file that you uploaded to your phone through a USB wire from Good Old Games. And you agree to the terms and install. Now your game's installed, but I want to show you a quick shortcut. So if we exit out of here, we can also exit out of this and exit out of our container. And that to do that, you do the back button on your phone. And if you click on this in the top left corner, you can go to shortcuts. And in here is any game that you've installed inside a container. So you don't have to go into the container to find the file to click on the game. You can just go to shortcuts here and run it right away. So I'm going to click on the game and it starts up. And the game is just loading now. Now you're in your game, and I want to show you another quick trick. So if you hit your back button on your Android device, so that's the triangle key on your phone or tablet, and you go to input controls, you can set keys that are shortcuts for your game. So right now it's disabled, but I'm going to enable one of them. And I'm going to pick RTS. And then I'm going to hit OK. And now you see I have the default controls set up by winlator on overlaid onto my screen. So all these buttons work. And if you want to make your game playing quality of life a little bit better, you can adjust it. So you go into the input controls and you just click on the gear icon over here. And then you want to click on Controls Editor at the bottom. And then you can edit any of the controls that you see here. Any of the keys, they can be changed from the mouse right button. It can be changed to a different button on the mouse. You could be changing the letters to individual letters. Up here you could have only A or B or C, and you can have all kinds of keys and shortcuts that you want overlaying on your game to make it a little bit easier to play. I hope this has helped, and I wish you the best in playing your good old games, GOG games, on your Android device.